Hey, good morning, fifth graders and fifth grade families. Welcome to day 2 of learning from home. So thankfully, I got a lot of calls and texts yesterday from parents and from students just asking, clarifying questions. And thank you so much for doing that. It makes my job a little bit easier. That way I know for my next day's video what I can do to better help you. All right, so first of all, I am going to be doing a little bit of going over the work that I had you do yesterday. I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to go into your assignments for today with a little bit of more guidance and more prompting, okay? So Kamila texted me last night and she asked if I could go over the math worksheet that I had assigned for you for day 1, okay? So I want to just quickly remind you how to take an improper fraction and turn it into a mixed number. Now there are 2 strategies you can use to do this. You could either draw a model or you could use long division. Okay, so on that worksheet, the first example was 38/4, okay? Now, last chapter in the multiplying fractions chapter, I taught you both of these strategies, so these are going to be review, okay? I've already taught you this in last chapter, okay? So if the example is 38/4, you're going to draw a model or use long division to solve. Okay, so I took that example 38/4 and I drew a model, and I'll show you that first, and then I used long division using that same problem, okay? So first, when you are drawing your model, okay, this is going to sound familiar to you, you're going to draw models that represent fourths, and you're going to continue drawing models that show fourths until you get to 38. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay. So you see my models. I drew them in with units of 4. So they're kind of like groups of 4 almost, right? So I have, so as I had to continue to count, I continued counting until I got to 38. So here's a set of 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. And I had to draw another set of 4 for 37 and 38. So when I counted, I had 1 whole unit, 2 whole, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's where this 9 came from. I have 9 whole sets of 4. And then I had those 2 out of 4 left over. So see how there's 2 out of 4 left over? So that's my fraction. So I had 9 whole and 2 fourths left. Now, from what you recall from last chapter, 2 fourths is not in its simplest form. I can find the greatest common factor. So if I list the factors of 2, 1 times 2, and the factors of 4, 1 times 4, 2 times 2. Well, the greatest factor that those numbers have in common is 2. So I'm going to use that GCF to divide my numerator and my denominator. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. That's where I got 9 and 1/2 from. Or a much faster way is to use long division. Now, I told my 5th grade scholars, this is the way you want to be able to get to, okay? Using pictures, using models is a really great strategy to use, but we are in 5th grade, so the expectation is that you are proficient with long division. So I'm going to do the same thing, right? So yesterday you learned that division and fractions are related. So if my fraction is 34/8, it's like saying 38 divided by 4. So 38 divided by 4 is going to give me 9 with a remainder of 2 fourths. Okay, so I have 9 and 2 fourths, but again, I know that fraction is not in its simplest form. When I find the GCF, I know the GCF is 2, the greatest common factor. And I'll use that GCF to divide my numerator and denominator. So my simplified answer is 9 1/2. Okay, I hope that helped you, and it will help you with today's worksheet. Here is the answer key from day 1's worksheet. Number 1, I just went over with you. Number 2, the answer was B. Number 3, the answer was D. Number 4, the answer was A. And number 5, the answer was D. Now, number 5 was not asking you to take an improper fraction and turn it into a mixed number. Number 5 was actually looking for you to take a mixed number and turn it into an improper fraction. This is also review from last chapter. I've already taught this to you, okay? So when we have a mixed number and we need to turn it into an improper fraction, for example, 1 1/2, okay, this is number 5 on your worksheet. Reminder, you're going to take the denominator and multiply it by the whole number. Then add the numerator. For example, 1 times 2 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So 3 is my numerator, 2, my denominator, will stay the same. Okay? All right, so that's a little bit of the math you did yesterday. I hope that quick little mini lesson is going to help you with today's worksheet. So let me do the rundown of today's assignments. Okay, today's Thursday the 19th, the first day of spring. Yay. So for math, you have problem of the day. Now, thanks to Kamila, shout out to you. Thank you for pointing this out. She texted me yesterday saying, Mrs. Bowers, the problem of the day, it doesn't have the right dates. And I said, oh my gosh, you're right. That was our fault. Miss Halberian put it together and I didn't check it over. So that's our bads. We apologize. So what I told Kamila was just do one problem of the day each day, okay? So ignore the date, just as long as you do one a day, okay? Today, you'll be doing page 507, numbers 1 through 8 in your Go Math book. And then when that's done, you're going to do worksheet number 2, okay? So in that packet that you did yesterday, turn the page, go to day 2. Day 2 is worksheet 2, okay? Reading workshop, we want you to read for 20 to 30 minutes. And then choose one of those squares in the 3 in a row packet. So choose a square that you would like, respond to the prompt. And then if you do have access to the internet, well, obviously you do if you're on YouTube right now, use your Clever app to get to Reading Eggs and spend 20 to 30 minutes here as well, okay? Now for writing workshop today we asked you to draft your essay based on the 2 songs, Happy by Pharrell Williams and Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake. Now reminder, this is work that my class has already begun and a few of you actually did finish. So if you are in the process of revisiting this essay, rewriting it, revising it, I want to remind you of the breakdown of structure, okay? This trimester, we really wanted to hammer down with structure and organization of my 5th graders, okay? So we're going to have an introduction where you'll name the 2 texts or songs and state your claim about the moods. What kind of mood do these 2 songs create for the listener? Body paragraph number 1, you will restate your claim and then use lyrics from Can't Stop the Feeling to support your claim. Body paragraph number 2, you're going to restate your claim again and then use lyrics from the song Happy by Pharrell Williams to support your claim. And then your conclusion, you restate the texts or the songs and restate the claim. All right, guys, I hope that this rundown helped. But please continue to message me, call me for any other questions that you might have. All right, guys, stay safe. Have a great day.